Hey, my beautiful people. Good evening and thankful Thursday. It has been a day. I had to say the least. It has been a day. It is day number 6 and counting. 6 working days left, and it is time ain't waiting for nobody. Um, and it is just it's a little bit bittersweet. It's a little surreal, and still just being present and aware of what's coming up and what presents itself, so that I could, like I say, make sure that I'm facing it, so that I can make sure that I'm addressing it, speaking to it, and like I say, either dealing with it and um, accordingly, or casting it down and out and setting it to the side, because I can't let it get to me. I can't stop, won't stop. You know what I'm saying? I know, I know God is calling me to do this, and God calls us, and of course we have free will to make the choices. God is never going to force us. It would always be easier if God would force us, if God would force us. And it was just very clear to me and apparent. I asked to be laid off so I could get some unemployment. I asked to, there are so many things that I asked so that I could still leave with the income, and and it was like, no, no, no. Everything that I presented, it was a no, because if you're leaving with income, if you're leaving with a plan, of course, then that makes leaving a little easier. So it was no, 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 and it was very clear to me that God was saying, I'm going to have to make a free will choice and take that leap, because when you resign, like I say, if I resign or they lay me off and I get some income, that's a very different story. However, leaving a job after 19 and a half years and making the choice to leave with no income, no plan, no no other job to step into, that is totally stepping out on faith, and that is relinquishing all control. That is surrendering all, and being in the flow. And that is very different than if I was able to be laid off with unemployment and still have income coming in. That is not the case. After 19 and a half years, I was called to resign. I'm leaving without an income, without a plan, without a job that I'm stepping into. And I've been working since I was 12 years old. So I've had a couple of periods of unemployment. But again, I've always worked because I had family to take care of, kids to take care of, bills to pay, so much. I just never made what I wanted a priority, not feeling worthy and enough, then, sacrificing more of myself for people. And then we get jobs that are, that are able to pay the bills, and it's enough for you to live. So you become content in that position and in doing the job, and can stay there longer. And it's just really essentially functioning because you're working because it pays the bills. You're working for reasons that are outside of yourself. You're not working because it's something that you're passionate about. You're not doing it because it's something that excites you or ignites you or makes you happy, or is leading to your dream or your soul's purpose or your destiny. Usually it is, we're working to pay the bills, take care of family, and it's doing what we need it to do. At least that has been in my case. And I have not done a job that, like I say, I work for the state, and it is good. Like I say, I have a heart for people, caring, compassion. I've always been a helpful, caring, compassion, giving, pouring into people, I'm as as God made me very aware, I am part of who I am is a lighthouse. I am a safe place, comfort, refuge for souls that need to be seen and felt and heard and have a sense of belonging and um, understanding, compassion, caring, love, and that's who I am. It's who I've always been. And then I'm also, like I say, I'm also the lightning bolt. I shake the ground. I'm warrior spirit. My bright light uh, illuminates and disrupts darkness and bothers people who can't handle it. And also, I'm also a mirror for people because of my truth, honesty, transparency, my bright light. Um, it shines directly on them, and it usually illuminates and makes them aware of what they're not dealing with. Or they're fearful because they're afraid people will see what they're hiding, so on and so forth. So I'm definitely a disruptor. I can't stand injustices. So it's like I am for the people, warrior, fighter, but I'm also that safe, soft place, that refuge, the one that's going to see you, encourage you, support you, pour into you. Um, just how you are, who you are at any given moment, no judgment. And like I say, I'm proud of who I am and the heart and the soul of who I am, and I can't say that that has always been the case. Being feeling unworthy, not enough, not value, defining myself by the things that I went through and experienced in my life. I didn't treat myself the best. I didn't love myself the best. I didn't make myself a priority. It usually was a lot of self sabotaging and self hatred, perpetual looping cycles. Um, so now that, like I say, I know my identity in God, I'm still that's just a portion. That's who I am, but there's so much more. The mantle that God has me to carry is vast and grand, and uh it's gonna be it is gonna be amazing. And I am going to live the life of my wildest dreams, I know. And what God has planned for me is far bigger than anything that I could have ever dreamed or planned for myself. So, leaving the job after 19 and a half years without any income, without a plan, it is so unlike me. Uh, especially, like I say, I'm a Virgo. Ooh, I'm the Virgo, okay? The Virgo, and analytical thinker. It has to make sense. It has to have a plan. It has to be logical thinking. And when it comes to God, you can't figure it out. There's no, you can run yourself in circles trying to make logical sense of how God operates. So there's a lot of things in dealing with God that you got to let go because God makes absolutely no sense. So I had to give that up a long time ago, trying to figure it out. Just like I say, just surrender all, go with the flow, and that is it. It is. It has been, like I say, this has been some of the most challenging times, but also the most blessed because of my healing, drawing closer to God, my identity, learning who I am in God, but also, like I say, building me, loving me, valuing me, respecting me, honoring me in a way that I never had. And then learning, even though I've been solo and being solo is a challenge. It is not for the faint of hearts. I've been in the wilderness. I was forged in the fire in my life with everything that I've gone through. And I was also forged in solitude, and that was purposefully done by God, the me being in solitude, um, stripped down, broke down, to be rebuilt. And it was also for me to learn my own strength, learn my own resilience, to truly have an understanding and value and appreciate just how strong I am. And if you have people around, there are some lessons that you will never learn. And when you are forced to do it alone, you're either going to sink or swim. And I've always had a spirit that no matter what I'm going through, look, I'm gonna make it do what I what it do. We gonna rise up. We gonna rise above. We gonna get over, get through. We gonna get it done. Okay. So I've always had that fighting spirit and that warrior spirit my entire life. So there has been a lot of challenges, a lot of struggles, a lot of change, a lot of emotion, a lot of fear, a lot of, that, and you have to go through everything. You have to face all the darkness, all the sadness, all the traumas, all the things you go through. It is not an easy process by any means. Uh, but at the end of the day, somebody has to be willing to, and in order to have this growth, and in order to have, like I say, and in order to have unwavering faith, like your faith is forged in the fire too. That is something that I had to learn, and while being forged in the solitude, I had to let go of the way that I thought things should be. The control that I thought I had, doing things in my own power. Like I had to surrender so much and let go of so much to be in flow, uh, and to be aligned with my soul's purpose and the plan that God has for me. And it wasn't always easy. There was, like I said, there was crying, yelling, anger, rage, this, and, and I, being hard headed and a hard learner, sometimes it took me a little longer to learn some lessons, hurting myself, but I learned to, like I say, trust myself, value myself, honor myself, respect myself, and learn that, like I say, I'm standing strong on my own. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing the thing. And it's just a point now to, like, if you are around me and then not needing validation from people, being okay, knowing who I am, and like I say, I'm validated by God, and it don't get no better than that. So people can't sway me either way. To have unwavering faith, integrity, to be true to who I am, not compromise myself or my beliefs, and not compromise myself or my God for a shortcut or personal gain. Like that, I'm very sure of who I am, and I stand on it 10 toes down. Unwavering, unmovable, and unapologetically. So it has been definitely a roller coaster, but it has been a blessed one. And I'm on the countdown, y'all, day 6. And I'm gonna take that chance. I am going to bet on myself. I am going to take a risk finally. I'm going to step out on faith, and I'm going to take that leap of faith. And look, I'm gonna dive off. I'm gonna run and jump off the edge, okay? And not on. I like I say, I don't have any fear that I'm gonna fall or crash and burn. I know not only am I gonna fly, I am gonna soar with my God, and I know, like I say, the things that God has planned for me. Like, I know how special I am to God. I am God's chosen. I am divinely connected to God, and God don't play about me. God, the guardian angels, my look, the archangels, the like I say, my guardian angels, spirit guides, ascended masters, ancestors, look, they all around. They all don't play about me. They will war for me. That's why it is too. Like, I don't have to get revenge. I don't have to get mad. My silence is the power. And there's been so many attacks on me. And, I don't have to get revenge or be mad or act like I know that justice is going to be enacted on my behalf, and the scales will be balanced, so people will learn, like, God don't play about me. People, you try me if you want to. People are still wondering how I'm standing here, sound mind, body, and spirit, with all the attacks they've tried to put on me, seriously and literally. And it is by only because of the grace and mercy and divine protection of my God, and I am so thankful for it. So I'm gonna take this leap of faith, and I know, like I say, I know. I'm not only gonna fly, I'm gonna soar. I know my God got me. And this is day number 6, and the number 6 in angel numbers and the spiritual meaning is it signifies love, nurturing, responsibility, and harmony. Ooh, urging you to focus on family, home life, compassion, and find a balance between material needs and spiritual growth. Um, Often appearing as a call to care for others, be selfless, and create a supportive environment. About condition It's about unconditional love, empathy, duty, and manifesting stable, loving world through kindness and compromise. And that's who I am. That's the heart of who I am. Look, I can't wait for my divine union. Now I'm ready to love. I'm ready to love, love, love. I'm ready to love on you hard and good. Okay. Look, I'm ready for my divine love and my soul tribe. I know they coming. And my divine partnerships, like I say. And oh, I cannot wait for my divine love. Look, I need some cuddling. I need to be held. Look, I want a human connection. I want some hugs. I want to be held. Hold me. Let me know it's going to be okay. You know that? Ooh, I can't wait, y'all. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I can't wait. So 6 signifies nurturing and caregiving. I've done all of that. That's who I am. Um, I've caregiven. I provided support, comfort, healing for loved ones, and I've been the caretaker. This signifies with balance and harmony, finding equilibrium in your life, especially between your spiritual and material worlds, fostering peace, and that's what I'm all about. Um, Love and family, deep emphasis on domestic life, relationships, and expressing unconditional love. Um, Responsibility and service, a reminder to be responsible, honest, and to serve others with a selfless heart. Manifestation, a sign that focusing on love, kindness, and creating a beautiful home can bring desires into reality. Um, Focus on home, make your living space warm and inviting, show affection, express love, and then through small, kind gestures, be empathetic, listen to others' needs and support, seek balance. Don't neglect your own needs while caring for others, and that is so important. So many of us love hard and think that it is meaning the self-sacrificial love, that only when we're giving of ourselves that's love. And no, we're supposed to be caring, we're supposed to be compassionate and giving, but never at the expense of yourself. So that's day number 6, y'all. Look, I'm ready for my love. They got me talking about love and nurture. Where's my love and nurturing at? I'm ready for it. Ooh, I'm ready to be loved and nurtured. Okay. And ooh, I'm ready to feel that unconditional love, y'all. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Look. So, but day number 6, I'm on the countdown, y'all. Day number 6, and here we go. I'm gonna keep on keeping on. Keep on pushing. And thank you for your love and your support. I truly appreciate y'all, and I will talk to y'all sooner than later. You have the most amazing night. Sweet dreams, rest well. You take good care of yourself. Be good to yourself. Be kind and gentle with yourself. And at the end of the day, have some grace for yourself, and make sure you're doing something to put a smile on your face, some joy in your heart. some pep in your step and make you feel good. Ooh, I can't wait to feel good, y'all. I'm ready for that love, y'all. All right, my beautiful people. Good night. Mwah.